Yeah. What is the use of person type?
Single record will be stored.
Single record. This is not the exact.
Is the column level attribute.
Yeah, that is column level attribute. But what is the use of person type? What is the use of column level attribute?
అంటే అక్కడ డేటా టైప్ మనకు తెలియదు కదన్నా, అక్కడ టేబుల్లో అక్కడ ఏ డేటా టైప్ ఉందో తెలియదు, దానికోసం అది పర్సనల్ టైప్ అని ఇస్తాం. ఆ రోల్ ఏ డేటా టైప్ ఉంటే ఇది అక్కడ అసైన్ అయ్యింది, మనం ఇచ్చిన వేరియబుల్ కి అసైన్ అయ్యింది.
కాలంలో మనం ఇచ్చిన కాలంలో ఏదైతే డేటా టైప్ ఉంటుందో సేమ్ డేటా టైప్ అక్కడ అసైన్ అవుతుంది. వాట్ ఇస్ పర్సన్ రో టైప్?
Row level attribute.
This is row level attribute. What is the use of this?
In any row numbers, n number of row numbers, if any mistake is there, you have to use I.
Not only I, that is
Okay.
for example, I have taken the I variable. You can take any variable.
Yeah.
So you can take any variable. For example, I'm taking v_emp. Total I'm taking employee table data types. Percent row type. So now all the column data types will be stored into the VMP. So if you want the salary, then you can store into the v_emp.salary. Select the salary into v_emp.salary. So like that you can store. Clear? Next, what we have discussed. What is cursor? What is cursor and why? What is the use of cursor?
Fetch table data, n number of records.
To fetch select query also we can fetch, right? Select star from EMP. This means I am fetching the data only from employee table. What is the use of cursor?
Private SQL memory area.
What is that?
Private SQL memory area.
What is that private SQL memory area?
In employee table, you have department number is there now.
Okay.
Select star from employee where department number is equal to 10.
అది తొందరగా చూడటానికి ఈ కర్సర్ ఉపయోగపడుతుంది.
తొందరగా చూడటానికి.
You have to see.
సెలెక్ట్ కూడా త్వరగా చూడటానికి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది కదా. సో ఇమీడియట్ గా వచ్చేసింది రిజల్ట్ నాకు. ఇంకా కర్సర్లో ఎందుకు తీసుకోవాలి, ఇంకా కర్సర్ నుంచి ఎందుకు డిస్ప్లే చేయాలి?
కర్సర్ లో 2 types ఉంటాయి కానీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ కర్సర్ అండ్ explicit cursors.
It can use to retrieve one row from table at a time. For example, it want to employee name, employee number, name, job at a time.
Number, salary, job, ఇది కూడా సేమ్ కదా. My question is why cursor? If we are simply returning the values from select query, then what is the use of cursor? Actually PLSQL టాపిక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, కర్సర్స్, ట్రిగ్గర్స్, ప్యాకేజెస్, ఫంక్షన్స్, ప్రొసీజర్స్. సో మనకి ఏం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలంటే ఫస్ట్ కర్సర్ ఈ టాపిక్ ఎందుకు, అసలు కర్సర్ అనే టాపిక్ ఎందుకు అది తెలియాలి. అది తెలియకుండా నువ్వు ఎంత ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినా విషయం. సో ఆ రోజు నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశానంటే ఇది ఒక టేబుల్, ఇది ప్రైవేట్ మెమరీ ఏరియా, ఇది మనకు కావాల్సిన రిజల్ట్. టేబుల్ area. Here I want to display the result. Select query తీసుకున్నా, TMT cursor C1 is the employee table example. ఇలా తీసుకుంటే ఎంప్లాయీ డేటా మొత్తం ప్రైవేట్ మెమరీ ఏరియాలో స్టోర్ అయిపోతుంది. ఎంప్లాయీ డేటా మొత్తం ప్రైవేట్ మెమరీ ఏరియా స్టోర్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం లూప్స్ కానీ ఇఫ్ కండిషన్స్ కానీ అవి యూజ్ చేయడానికి మెమరీ ఏరియా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. నౌ క్లియర్? సో 1 by 1 iteration, 1 by 1 record we can display. So if you want to insert some table, okay, select star from EMP is there. Now I want to insert the data into EMP copy. Star from employee. So employee data, employee table లో ఏదైతే ఉందో అదే సేమ్ ఎంప్లాయీ కాపీలో ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను. సో ఇక్కడ మనం చూసేది 15 రికార్డ్స్ కాబట్టి టేబుల్, దట్ ఈస్ ఓకే. బట్ ఇన్ రియల్ టైమ్ దెర్ విల్ బి మిలియన్ రికార్డ్స్, 1 lakh records or 10 lakh records. So if we want to insert 1 lakh records into employee copy table from the employee table, so it will take so much time, right? If we use directly insert into employee copy, select star from employee, so directly it will take so much time. So once all 10 lakh records inserted, then only we can commit. Everyone understanding what I am telling?
Yes.
Employee table is having 10 lakh records. Employee copy, we need to insert all again 10 lakh. Currently it's having 0 records. Okay, now I want to insert into same 10 lakh records. I want to insert from the employee table. Same employee table, I want to insert these records. Okay, so if you want to insert, we need to use this condition, insert into employee copy, select star from employee. If you use this, so if I insert 1000 records, can I commit with this condition?
No.
No. So 1000 records, 1000 records, 1000 records, we cannot commit, right?
No.
But by using cursor, we can insert 1 by 1 record and we can commit 1 by 1 by using loops. Clear now? So the mostly the cursor is, if we create a select query by using cursor, it will store the data into private memory area. So from there we can take the result and we can fetch the result, or we can apply the DML operations. So this will improve the performance of the table, because the requests, all requests are not going to directly table. So whatever the requests are going to directly database, that so the number of requests to the database will increase, then the performance will be decreased. So we need to reduce the maximum number of hits to the database. So for that, we are having some concepts like view concept, materialized view concept, cursor topic, all are same. All are storing the data into the memory. So from memory, we need to take. But here, most of the important topic is collections. In PLSQL, that is the collections. So now here, okay, that we will discuss in collection topics. So now everyone understood what is the cursor?
Yes, bro.
Yes, yes, sir.
What are the types of cursors?
Implicit and explicit.
What is implicit cursor? So whenever you have used select into statement, select into update,
Single record is
insert, delete. So whenever you have used directly into the PLSQL block these things, so that is the Oracle internally it will convert as a implicit cursor. Okay, what are the cursor attributes?
Declare cursor,
Cursor,
open cursor,
cursor attributes.
cursor percentile found, cursor percentile not found,
Cursor found,
not found,
cursor not found.
percentile row count,
It is no count.
open, percentile open.
It is open. Okay. Oh, what is the life cycle of explicit cursor?
Declare cursor, open cursor, fetch data from cursor, close cursor.
Declare, open, fetch, close. So these are all things we have discussed in last class. So now if we are using, we have seen one example in last class. So for example, you are using simple look cursor. If you are using simple look cursor, first I declared this and I have declared some variables to store the data. And here I have opened the cursor, loop, end loop, fetch cursor into the variables, exit condition, and I'm displaying the data and close C1. So here all life cycle is involved. Declaring cursor, open the cursor, fetch the cursor, close the cursor. If you are using simple loop, okay. Now there is another one, for loop cursor. If you are using for loop cursor, so no need to open, fetch, close. Not required. So if you are using simple loop, then it is required for all life cycle. But if you are using for loop cursor, then it is all things not required. So to display same result, I am using for loop now. So what it will display? It will display the all employee data. See, all employee data it is displaying. So same records we will display by using for loop cursor. Okay. And even is star 2. So total records I have taken into the cursor now. What I am doing for loop for I in C1 loop. For I have taken one variable as I in C1 means now total C1 data will be fetched into the I directly without opening the cursor, without fetching the cursor. Directly I have used for I in C1. Now the total data from C1 will be stored into the I. Okay. Next, what I'm doing, I'm simply displaying the data. VAMP number. So we have not declared VMP number. So now the total data will be in I. So I dot employee number, I dot ename, I dot salary. That's it. This is the simple program. So which is easy? For loop or simple loop? See, same records. So by seeing this, which is better you are thinking? For loop only better. Okay. Now I said in the previous. So how to insert data from one table to another table by using cursor, I will show you. First we will create employee number, salary, department number. I'm creating one table, creating table target. I need to create a table target with the same columns, with these 4 columns from the employee table without data. You need to give me the query. I will give you 2 minutes time. Now I don't have target table. I need to create the target table with only these 4 columns from the employee table without data. Only structure should be there. Understand the query?
Yes, brother.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
You
Just
need
write
to
the,
type in chat box or
yeah,
can
write the
say-
query and send in chat box.
brother, can you minimize this command prompt SQL?
receive query from Studio. Okay, see here. I want target table as select employee name, salary, department number from employee, where 1 equal to 2. 1 equal to 2 means false condition. It will not give the data. So now target table created. Describe target. Now I want to insert data. Like I said previously, in employee table there is 10 million records, 1 million records. Now in target table we need to insert those records. One by one I am inserting the records. So for that simply I am using for loop cursor. Select star from employee only I am taking. Insert into target values, employee number, employee name. I think E dot salary we are having. E dot department number. So understood this now. Here I am using insert into target values. Target values I dot employee number, I dot employee name, I dot salary, I dot department. So one by one record will take from I. So we are inserting. Clear now?
Brother, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
There is employee number is number data type. E-name is varchar, character
Yeah.
data type. How is
Hmm.
I storing this number and varchar? Because we not declare this I as
We
a
have-
number or a.
Yeah, we have not declared, but this will act as the row level attribute because
We did not
But-
declare it. No, row type.
yeah, we have not declared. Select star from employee. Okay. Select star from employee. What is in I now?
All the record from table employee.
All the record from table employee. What are all the records?
E-name, employee number, E-name, salary, hire date.
These all records are stored into the employee. Okay. So everything stored into the I. So what I mentioned here, I dot employee number. I dot employee number means what it will take? This only it will take, right? Employee number.
Corresponding column, I is assigning its data type.
Yeah. So I dot employee number means it will take total. Next to I dot e name. I dot e name means this is the I dot e name. I is nothing but the numbers. I dot salary. This is I dot salary. Clear now?
Clear. Brother.
I is the nothing but the iteration. For example, if C1 is having 1 lakh records, so first it will come 1, second it will come 2, third it will come 3, fourth it will come 4, like that. Here it will come 1 dot employee number, 1 dot employee name, 1 dot salary, 1 dot department number. Second line, third line, fourth line, like this. This is only for iteration purpose. This is the number of iteration. If the C1 contains 1 lakh records, so it will looping through the 1 lakh times. So now in our table there is 15 records. So this loop will execute 15 times, and this will insert the data into the target table from the employee table. See now the target table there is data or not? Yeah, no data is there. So I am inserting select star from. Yeah, this is the data now. Clear?
Yes, brother.
Commit here also you can use. Here also you can use. Here, if you use here, what will happen? After all 15 records inserted, then it will come to the here commit. But if you use inside, first one record will be inserted, and after that it will commit. Second one record will insert, after that it will commit, like this. For every record, commit will be useful. But that is not a good approach. One by one record committing, it is not a good approach. The performance will be degrades. So if there is 100 records, if there is 1000 records, okay. For 10,000 records also, it is okay to use for loops, one by one record. But if there is more than million records, 10 million records, so in that scenario, looping one by one record looping, it is not a good. So for that, we are having collections topic that we will discuss later. As of now, everyone understood for loop cursor?
Yes.
So in the same cursor, I am taking one cursor. Clear? And I am displaying the data from employee table also. I am displaying the data from department table also. Cursor C2. Select star to department. I employee person row type. J department person row type. Okay. Now open C1. First I am opening the C1, closing C1. After open loop. Next fetch C1 into I. Exit condition. Exit. Then C1 person not found. We dot the number. Salary. Now I displayed employee details. Now same thing. I am opening the another loop for C2. This is for C2. C2 into J. This is for department. So that is the reason I have used C2 not found. C2. Here J dot. Department number. J dot. First cursor is for employee table. Second cursor is for department table. So for better understanding, I will display another one, another message. Before starting the cursor only, I am displaying this message. Here displaying the department details. Okay, this is the query. If we want to return the data from the two tables. So I have declared two cursors and I have declared two variables, and I opened the cursor and I fetched the cursor, employee cursor into I, and I fetched the department cursor into J. And simply I am displaying the messages from the table. Any doubts on this? Everyone clear? It must be declared. Where? Line number 5. Sorry, spelling is wrong. See now. Here we can see displaying the employee details. Employee details we are displaying. Here we can see displaying the department details. Clear everyone this program? Everyone clear or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So if there is any, okay, two tables are there, we have declared. So another two tables are there. So will you declare like this? Cursor C3 is, cursor C4 is. Again, you are opening the cursor C3, cursor C4. So instead of that, we are having one topic, ref cursor, reference cursor. So this is only just now I showed program. There is a ref cursor. Ref cursor, what it will do? So if you declare once the ref cursor, only once, okay, you can open that ref cursor for n number of tables. So if you see here, instead of declaring the cursor for all tables, if there are 4 tables in normal cursor, if there are 4 tables, you need to declare different cursors, C1, C2, C3, C4. 4 times you need to declare the cursor. But for 4 tables, if there is ref cursor, then only one ref cursor you can use for all these tables. Only one ref cursor you can use for all these tables. You will see practically. So how to declare ref cursor, what is the syntax? We'll see. This is the syntax. You need to by heart the syntax. Every time we will use this only in collections also. Type name is ref cursor. This is the declaring the type. We are declaring the type and we are assigning the type to the ref cursor. This is the ref cursor name and this is type name. This type name only we are assigning to the ref cursor name. This is the syntax. Example, type, I am giving type name as ref type, is ref cursor is the syntax. First I declare the type and this type we need to assign to the ref cursor. So this is the ref cursor name is ref cursor and I am assigning this type to the ref cursor. This is the syntax only. Nothing is there, syntax only. You need to by heart this. Okay, we have declared the ref cursor. What is the next step? You need to open the ref cursor first. You need to fetch the ref cursor into variables. You need to close the ref cursor. That's it. Like explicit cursor only. This is also having the steps: open, fetch, close. This is declaration. This is open. This is fetch. This is close. These are the 4 types. But what is the advantage? If you declare once, you can open for n number of tables. That is the advantage of ref cursor. So see the previous example again. So here I declared ref cursor type. Ref type is a ref cursor, and that type I am assigning to the ref cursor. Ref cursor ref type. Okay, this is the declaration of ref cursor. Now what is my ref cursor name? This is my ref cursor name, and remaining everything is same. I have taken I variable, I have taken J variable, and I am displaying the message also, displaying the employee table details. But here what I am doing, I am opening the ref cursor for select employee table. Open ref cursor for select star from employee. That's it. Remaining everything is same. Loop, exit when ref cursor not found, DBMS output, end loop, close ref cursor. Everything is same. In the second step, what I am doing, opening ref cursor for department table, and remaining everything is same. Okay. So here what we have reduced in code, instead of declaring these two cursors into different cursors, I have declared only single ref cursor. I have declared a single ref cursor, and I am opening for the multiple select queries. Clear now? If we declare a ref cursor, we can open that ref cursor for n number of tables. Any doubts on this? If anyone has any doubts, you can ask me. Only you need to remember syntax and life cycle of the ref cursor. That's it. See, same results it is also displayed. Clear, right, everyone?
రఘు ఇంకొకసారి చెప్పండి రఫ్ కర్సర్.
సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చేశానంటే ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఇక్కడ 2 tables లో తీసుకున్నాం. మనకు 2 tables నుంచి డేటా డిస్ప్లే చేయాలి. సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎంప్లాయీ, సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అనదర్ టేబుల్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ లొకేషన్ టేబుల్. ఇంకొకటి సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ సమ్ అదర్ టేబుల్, అడ్రస్ టేబుల్. సో ఇలా మనం ఇప్పుడు 4 tables ని డేటా డిస్ప్లే చేయాలంటే మనం 4 కర్సర్ని డిక్లేర్ చేసుకోవాలి. కర్సర్ C3 ఈస్ cursor C4 is 4 cursors ని డిక్లేర్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ వరకు అర్థమైందా? ఓకే, అండ్ సేమ్ స్టెప్స్ హియర్ J A location dot person L address. So this is same. Again another step will come. Another step will come. Displaying the location details, displaying the address details. So here C3 will come. C3 into K. C3. Close C3. Here C4 will come. C4 into L. C4 person of the. So here you can write anything. Whatever you want to display, you can write here. This is the 4 tables. Whenever there are 4 tables, if you want to display the data, you need to write the program like this. Okay, but we have one utility. Instead of declaring 4 times this cursor, you can declare only one ref cursor. For 4 tables, declare only one ref cursor, and you can open for the n number of tables. You can open for the n number of tables. So that is what ref cursor is. The ref cursor, there are two types, two steps. First, declare, open, fetch, close. This is also ref cursor life cycle. How to declare? First, we need to declare the type. Type name, anything I can give. Like I am giving type T1 is ref cursor. This is I have declared the type. This type you need to assign into the ref cursor type. Ref cursor. So I'm just giving the name as ref cursor and assigning it to the type. Okay, now I have the ref cursor. Where it will come? This will come here. Okay, I will copy this program and again. So what I'm doing, instead of declaring these 4 tables, 4 cursors, I just declared only one single ref cursor. Then now I have the ref cursor. Now what I will do? Open. Next step is open. Open ref cursor for select star from employee. Second thing, open ref cursor for select star from department. Third one, open ref cursor for from location. For fourth table, open ref cursor select star from. Clear now? We have declared only one ref cursor, and with the same ref cursor name, I am opening the different select queries. Select star from employee, select star from department, select star from location, select star from address.
Okay.
Okay, clear now?
Yes.
There are two types of ref cursor: weakly typed ref cursor, strongly typed ref cursor. So weakly typed ref cursor is nothing but this only. Now whatever we have shown here, so that is only. So if you don't have written keyword, that is a weakly typed ref cursor. Strongly typed ref cursor means we need written keyword. Written keyword is mandatory. The example of the strongly typed ref cursor is this. Everything is same, but after the ref cursor, I am using this written department person row type. So what it will do? Here we have declared the written type. Written type as department table. But in this ref cursor, if you are opening the select star from employee, it will not work. See this example. So I'm displaying the department details now. That is okay. I'll take this. Now this is what? This is which type of ref cursor? This is a weakly typed ref cursor. Means weakly typed ref cursor means written keyword is not there here. So here written keyword is there. This is the strongly typed ref cursor. So here return keyword is not there. So that is the reason it is a weakly typed ref cursor. Now I am executing this. It is executed. But now here I am giving return keyword. Return EPT percent row type. What I mentioned here, I want to return the ref cursor only for the department table data. But here I am opening ref cursor for the employee table data. Will it work? It will not work. See, expression is of wrong type. Expression is of wrong type. It is deceiving. Why? Because here we are returning the department data type values, department table values, but here opening for the employee table. So that is the reason expression is not, it is throwing an error. Expression is wrong type. If you take here employee table, if you write here employee returning, then it will work, because we are opening the employee table and we are declaring returning the employee data types. It will work. That is the strongly typed ref cursor. Strongly typed means if the return keyword is mandatory. So we know, మనకు తెలుసు, ఎందుకంటే మన రెఫ్ కర్సర్ది ఓన్లీ ఎంప్లాయీ టేబుల్, ఎంప్లాయీ డేటా రిటర్న్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేయాలి. అలాంటప్పుడు మనం రిటర్న్ కీవర్డ్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. కానీ పైన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏం చేసాం మనం? ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒకటే రెఫ్ కర్సర్ తీసుకొని మనం ఎంప్లాయీ టేబుల్ ఆల్సో రిటర్న్ చేసుకున్నాము, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ డేటా ఆల్సో రిటర్న్ చేసుకున్నాము. సో ఇలాంటప్పుడు మనం వీక్లీ టైప్డ్ రెఫ్ కర్సర్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. కానీ మనకు తెలుసు ఓన్లీ వన్ టేబుల్ నుంచే మనం డేటా రిట్రీవ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. సో ఆ టైంలో స్ట్రాంగ్లీ టైప్డ్ రెఫ్ కర్సర్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్ అయ్యేంత వరకు?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే. No, let's simple. This is the small program. So I'm displaying the salary for the 783 employee. I want to display the salary for the 9999 employee. Is 9999 employees there in table?
It is not present in the table.
Then what it will give? No data found error. Next thing. No data found means 9999 employee is not present. So for that employee, there is no data found. You received an error. Now what it will give? Salary from employee number equal to 10. Same thing I have given there. So will it give the result or will it throw an error? This program.
Error comes.
Why? What error will come? And why error?
will display.
Okay, any other answers? Actually, this is the result. This is the result. Same query I am displaying from the PLSQL. Just think and tell me.
Row type only single record will be there.
Row type.
Percentile type.
పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంకా అర్థం కాలేదు మీకు. పర్సంటేజ్ టైప్ అంటే ఏంటో. ఎవరైనా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారా పర్సెంట్ టైప్ ఎందుకు?
బికాస్ అది కాలం టైప్ కదా.
అది కాలం టైప్ వల్లే తీసుకున్నాం. దానికి రికార్డ్స్ కి దానికి ఎటువంటి సంబంధం ఉండదు. మనం ఏంటంటే ఎంప్లాయ్ టేబుల్ లో శాలరీకి ఏదైతే డేటా టైప్ ఉందో ఆ డేటా టైప్ ని అసైన్ చేస్తున్నాం b_salary శాలరీకి అంతే.
ఓకే.
సో దేర్ విల్ బి నో ఎనీ డిపెండెన్సీ ఆన్ రికార్డ్స్.
ఓకే.
But here my question is, I have written the simple select into statement. So the same query is this one. Select salary from employee where department number equal to 10. I am saying, will this work? Will this give result or it will throw any error? That is my question.
I think it will throw too many values error.
Yeah. That is what I want to hear. Because why?
It will take only one value. We are assigning three or four values, so it will throw more number of values.
What it will take one value?
First 5,000 I think.
Why?
It will take first.
No, I am saying. So here in this query, why only this query will take only one record?
Because variables will take only one value.
Variable.
V salary will take only one value.
V salary will take only one value. Here V salary is there. But here we are displaying all records, right? In V salary we are displaying 15 records.
I think we are using loop, so it will take one value after another value.
So here if I use loop, it will work. I think first class I remembered that I told skill introduction. What is this?
It will send only one record. PLSQL statement select class.
ఎప్పుడైతే సెలెక్ట్ ఇంటూ క్లాస్ యూజ్ చేసామో ది స్టేట్మెంట్ విల్ రిటర్న్ సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ ఆల్వేస్. ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పుకున్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మనం కానీ మర్చిపోయారు అందరు. సెలెక్ట్ ఇంటూ స్టేట్మెంట్ యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైనా ఇది ఓన్లీ సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ని డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంది. ఒకవేళ మనం సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ కాకుండా ఎక్కువ రికార్డ్స్ డిస్ప్లే చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తే మనకి ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఫెచ్ రిటర్న్స్ మోర్ దాన్ వన్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అంటే టూ మెనీ ఎర్రర్స్ రికార్డ్స్. Okay, this is the no data found error. This is the too many records error. So okay, now we are displaying errors. We are getting errors. How to handle these errors? We are having exception topic. Exceptions topic is there. Okay. As of now, we have seen closing this. Yes. And only we are seeing till now. But now there is exception comes into picture. So if we are receiving this type of errors, we need to handle the error. We need to handle the error and we need to display our message, or we need to display anything instead of getting error. So for that we are having exception blocks, exception section. So there are some types of exceptions: predefined exceptions, user defined exceptions. In predefined, again there are two different. One is named exceptions, one is unnamed exceptions. So for some errors, Oracle is having some names. Like for this example, for this error, Oracle is containing the name too many rows. And previously we have seen one example. For this error, Oracle is having one error, no data found error. So like that, Oracle contains some internal errors. Those are the named predefined exceptions. So we will discuss today named predefined exceptions. Oracle has some predefined exceptions. The syntax is when predefined exception 1, then statement 1. This is the syntax. Only in exception block we need to write this. So that's it. These are the some predefined exceptions. No data found, too many rows, zero divide, invalid cursor, invalid number, value error, cursor already open. So these are the things. So this is the PLSQL block. Every time we will say declare, begin, exception, end. Where to handle the exception? Here in exception block, we need to handle the errors. So like previously here, previous we have seen the example same, but one thing I have added is exception. Exception when no data found. Then I am displaying this simply, I am displaying the message. No data available for the given employee number. So without exception, how it will display? I'm not using this exception. What it will give?
No data found.
Yeah, it will throw an error, no data found. But simply I have handled that error. So without throwing an error, I am displaying the message simply. No data available for the given employee number. See, no data available for the given employee number. It is not throwing an error. It is successfully completed. PLSQL program successfully completed, but it displayed the message simply. So like that, we can handle the errors. So for example, here I am giving 7839. What it will give? 7839 employees there in table. It will simply display the message, display the employee details. The employee name is King. It has not gone to the exception block because the data found. Here the data is found, so it displays the message. If the data is not found, directly it will go to the exception block and it will execute. So like too many rows. Just now we have seen the example. So this too many errors will come for that too many rows. When too many rows, implicit cursor should return a single record. See, implicit cursor should return a single record. But here we are using employee number equal to 7839. This will return only single record, right? So for that, it will not go to the exception block. It will directly execute the query. It will directly execute the query and it will give the result. Employee salary is 5,000. For your example purpose, I am giving this again. 0 divider. So 100 divided by 0, what it will come? So first I will display. So I have declared 3 variables. A is 100, B is 0. I am trying to 100 divided by 0. Value for C, 100 divided by 0. I am doing this. Let's see what it will happen. Is throwing an error. Divisor is equal to 0. Divisor should not be equal to 0. So that is a 0 divider.
రగన్న
Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఎర్ర రేట్ తెలిసింది కాబట్టి మనం అది రాసినాం. మనకు వచ్చే ఎర్ర రేట్ తెలియకపోతే మనం ఎట్లా హ్యాండిల్ చేయాలి?
Share ఎలా తెలియకపోతే మనకి వేరే టాపిక్ ఉంది, యూజర్ డిఫరెంట్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్.
ఓకే.
So first currently I am explaining only named exceptions, named predefined exceptions. Okay. We are having some other exceptions also, unnamed exceptions and user defined exception, that we will discuss tomorrow. So currently I am explaining only named predefined because we know which error we are getting. So for that we are handling these errors. These are all the predefined exceptions. There are some other predefined exceptions also, but mostly main important is this. So here 0 divide error, we know we will get 0 divide error. So we need to handle this. Divisor should not be 0. So like this invalid cursor also. Invalid cursor means the, like previously I said that to one example. So there only what I am doing, I have not opened the cursor. This is commented. I have commented this. I have not opened the cursor. Without opening, can we fetch the cursor? No. Let's see. First, without exception, we'll see. I have commented the open cursor. See, invalid cursor error came because we have not opened the cursor. Directly we are fetching the cursor. Without opening, we are fetching the cursor. So in this, if there is any error occurs, so when invalid cursor, then we should open the cursor first before fetching. I am displaying this message. Yeah. We should open the cursor first before fetching. These are the some predefined exceptions. There are some other, so many predefined exceptions are there. I think around 20 predefined exceptions. So just see, check in the Google, and if you want to practice, you can practice that. Okay, clear everyone, the predefined exceptions, how to handle that? Or anyone having any doubts? Nothing. Exception block, if you are writing exception block, so you are handling the errors, that's it. So instead of getting the program error, you are displaying some message. That is the use of exceptions to handle the errors. First, for PLSQL, these are the main things. Whatever we are discussing now, those are the main things. Anonymous block we should refer first. What is the anonymous block? Declare begin exception and this is the anonymous block of the PLSQL. And inside that, first we should remember the select query. Select query is important. Select query means SQL. If you know how to write the all select queries by using joins, subqueries, and everything, first we need to write the select query. By taking the select query, you are declaring it into the cursor. Cursor C1 is in begin block, you are taking some variables for loop. For example, I am taking for loop for I in C1 loop and loop. So here do the operations, whatever you want. Do the operations as per the business requirement. Next, if there is any exception occurs, handle the exception. If you know which error occurs, then handle the user defined exception, predefined exception. If you don't know, we want to raise our own application for own error. So for that, user defined exception. So this everything is the simple PLSQL block by using select queries, cursors, loops, exception, everything. So once you write the code, PLSQL code, so this thing we want to use every time. So for example, today we have written this code and tomorrow also I want to use this code. So instead of saving the notepad or instead of saving in some document, so we can store in database permanently by using the procedure. So anonymous block, these are the unnamed blocks. Anonymous block in first class I have shown, I have told you. These are the unnamed blocks. Anonymous blocks are the unnamed blocks. We cannot store into the database permanently. So if you want to store this in database, you need to use like this. Or this procedure name I am giving PRC1. That's it. So if you create this procedure, the system automatically will store the PRC1 whenever you want to use. So directly execute the PRC1. It will automatically will execute. Like procedure, there is function. There is some functions. Okay, like this one procedure. There is one procedure. PRC1, PRC2, PRC3, and function also there. Function 1, function 2. So these 5 things are there. Okay, instead of creating standalone one by one, this all standalone, we can encapsulate these all things and we can create one package. This package EKG_1 as end package. That's it. Now package is created with this procedure. So inside the package, what are there? These 3 procedures and 2 functions. And inside the procedure 1, what is there? Inside the procedure 1, this is there. And inside the procedure, what is there? Cursor is there. Inside the cursor, what is there? Select query is there. So I'm explaining these things. First, so as we said in PLSQL block, what are there? First, anonymous blocks. Next, cursors. Next, exceptions. So these are the main important. SQL topics and anonymous block and cursors, exceptions. These are the main important things. So once you perfect on this, procedure, functions, procedures, functions, just now I told you what is why the procedure will be useful. So to store the data into to store the code in database permanently like this. And function, Function also same, and I will tell you the difference once the topic comes. Okay, you have created some procedures and some functions. So those procedures, instead of creating separately, so you can encapsulate all these things and you can create one package. Package. And next thing is trigger is separate topic and the connections are the separate topic. That's it. This is the PLSQL. So now you got idea what is PLSQL topics, everything. So first main things are these things. Whatever we have told, these things are main things. Program. Like I said, example here. This is this program is very important. So once you come this, to store, you have procedure and function. So if there are too many procedure function, we can encapsulate and we can create in one package. That's it. To store this only, this will helpful. And in that also there are input parameters, output parameters that we will discuss. But as of now, till here, everyone clear?
Yes, Raghu.
No doubts, then I'll stop the session. Tomorrow is Saturday. So at what time everyone will be available tomorrow?
I think
Evening.
morning is better.
Morning is better.
Yeah.
10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
Okay.
Everyone okay, right? 10 a.m.
Okay, brother.
If it is evening, then evening 9 o'clock, 9 p.m.
కొంచెం జర్నీలో ఉంటారు Raghu.
Okay. So 10 a.m. is everyone equal. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. For Sunday timings, I will tell you tomorrow only. So tomorrow we will have class at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye all.